Welcome to Top 10 Today. It makes sense to consider acquiring a better job or starting a side business if, like many Americans, you frequently find yourself with extra money at the end of the month. Nothing wrong with that, to be sure. However, your income may not be the true issue, rather it may be your spending. You might need to substantially cut back on spending. There are numerous strategies to reduce costs and make savings. All you have to do is know where to look. 10. Freezing your credit cards. Credit cards are wonderfully convenient, which also is one of their drawbacks. It's so easy to make a purchase you really shouldn't, but you figure you'll pay when the credit card bill comes due. That's how a lot of people get into credit card debt. And even if you keep your credit balance at zero, money you spend on impulse purchases is money you don't have for more important items. So find a way to make using your credit card less convenient. Keep it at home instead of your wallet or purse. It may sound crazy, but you might consider literally freezing your credit cards in a block of ice. 9. Shop with a list. If you're getting your food from a grocer instead of a restaurant, great. Now you'll want to save money at the grocery store. And a tried and true way to do that is to make a shopping list in advance and stick to it. Resist the temptation to buy something on impulse when you get to the store. If you organize your list around sales the store has advertised, so much the better. 8. Eat at home. You have to eat. But you don't have to eat out. We get it, dining at restaurants or on takeout food is time-saving and probably tastier than what comes out of your kitchen. However, it's a lot more expensive. You don't have to commit to a full-blown beans and rice diet to make a big impact on your bottom line. But you need to cut back. Don't feel confident in the kitchen. There are oodles of cookbooks and YouTube videos for beginners. 7. Shop for cheaper insurance. When you bought your home or car, how hard did you search for the best rates on homeowners and auto insurance? There's no time like the present to shop around. There are plenty of insurance companies out there, and you may find that you can save money on car insurance and homeowners insurance either, with different companies or bundling them together with the same company. Most insurance companies offer a bundling discount. Life insurance, which terminates after a set time period, has lower monthly premiums than whole life policies, which cover you for your entire life. 6. Consolidate debts. Unless you pay cash for everything in noble aspiration. But once you achieve debt is likely a big part of your monthly costs. Auto loans, credit cards, student loans all add up. Each of those debts involve a separate expenditure, and each of them may have been as good a deal as you could have made at the time. But maybe you can do better by looking at your debt as a single unit. Debt consolidation combines multiple debts into a single monthly payment. It can be particularly effective if you are carrying a balance on one or more high-interest credit cards or student loans. A single loan at a lower interest can lower your monthly costs and pay your debts off sooner. 5. Cheaper housing options. Your dwelling place is a big expense, so any attempt to economize has to include housing. Although home ownership is hardwired into the American psyche as the right way to live, it's worth asking whether it's right for you, or at least if it's right for you right now. The advantages of renting include affordability. Not only may you pay less per month in rent than a mortgage, but you aren't responsible for repairs. If you're already renting, it may be possible to save money on rent by relocating to a less expensive area or into a smaller rental house or apartment. Another popular option is to get a roommate. Rent for a 2-bedroom apartment isn't twice that of a 1-bedroom, so getting a roommate drives down your monthly costs. Also, when it's time to renew your lease, negotiate. 4. Save on utility costs. You can't do without power and water, but you can find ways to lower your utility bills. When incandescent light bulbs burn out, replace them with LEDs. They cost more to buy but last longer and use less electricity, more than paying for themselves. To choose the right bulb, use the lumens number, which indicates the amount of light emitted, rather than wattage, which measures the electricity used. Install a programmable thermostat for your heating and cooling system. This enables you to change how hot or cold you keep the house when you're not at home. Unplug every unused electrical device. Many electronic devices draw a small amount of electricity when not in use, and it adds up. 3. Update subscriptions. Here's an easy one. Are there magazines, streaming services, or memberships you aren't using very much or anymore? Cancel them. Has it been months since you actually used this product or service? If you find out you miss it, you can always resubscribe when the money isn't as tight, even though they aren't costing you money directly. Drop any email newsletters or merchandise catalogs that tempt you to make impulse purchases. Again, you may sign up again in the future, but you need to deal with now first. 2. Create a budget. At its simplest, creating a budget requires 3 things: knowing how much you earn, knowing how much you spend, and making a plan to spend less than you make so you can save what's left over. The importance of budgeting is that once you know what your income and expenses are, you can prioritize spending to accomplish your goals. Although it's wise to keep records that account for every dollar, that method isn't for everybody. It will take discipline on your part not to spend the portion devoted to savings. 1. Keep track of your spending habits. If you've ever had a toddler in the house, you know how they can disappear if you aren't keeping a close eye on them. Well, money is like that too. The solution is simple but requires discipline. Keep a written record of what you spend. If you don't know where your money is going, it's nearly impossible to know where you can cut your expenses. To be clear, we mean everything, even the dollar you paid for a soft drink. Simply doing this will make you think about whether you really ought to make that expense. Use a notebook, spreadsheet, or money app. Do this for a minimum of 1 month. 2 months is better, and you'll have the information you need for the next step in the process.